Yeah, man. I'm outside, downtown. Look at the city, bro. Look at the city. I'm out here by this little Mexican restaurant down in the A. Right down there. If anybody down here off of Peachtree, the QT at, I'm over here by the QT. I actually see the red over there. Not if you really know where it's at, then you know I'm at. But basically, man, crazy, man. I've been looking at that guy, OMI and the Hellcat. Man, police came, jumped on dude, took all his money and everything, and people laughing at him and talking about how bad things is. And I mean, all dude was a big kid throughout his whole channel, man. I mean, every time you look at his channel, he either buying a new car, saying he gonna do something to it, leave it alone, buying stuff for his family, just really blowing money, just showing how it is if you got money. I mean, legitly, he did it a certain way, but when it came down to it, he wasn't, really doing no drugs, prostitution, none of that stuff, as much as other these people are. So, they gonna hit him with a couple of numbers, seize everything as assets, a lot of his little business that he was doing with business partners, they can't touch that stuff. The only thing they can do is just try to get him to write him off. They can't come in there and say they're gonna take percentages of the business, because technically, if he don't own the full business, it's not the IRS's to take. He got business partners and stuff like that, so they really can't fool with that in a sense. Seeing that if a lot of that business was started before this money thing jumped up, or even if it was, hell, it's a percentage. They would have to just write him out of the, legal agreements and stuff like that, not as a partner no more. And, it's sad to see dude go through this. I mean, even when he was talking about killing himself, I mean, these motorcycles over here, but, I mean, it get to the point where a black man get to the point where he's ready to kill himself, man. It's like, it's really, he's damn near hitting rock bottom. Because, I mean, to be honest, it ain't really no reason for nobody to take their life. With all this junk going on now, where they got people, very emotionally stable, to the point where they feel like they gotta do certain things. If they don't, they gonna die or something like that. But I mean, dude just feeling real bad that he caused a lot of grief to his family, friends, and stuff like that. So it ain't like he doing it just to get little cool points or something like that. And crazy part, man, was looking at a podcast, BGS. You know what I'm saying? Dude had a podcast, and he was speaking on like a lot of the leaders, and he was telling the guy, Angerman, he had his podcast up and running, and people were getting on him about, asking for donations and stuff. I get it, to be honest, this guy put in a lot of content. I mean, since BGS, I think more or less done slowed down more with his. I mean, he going hard in the paint, like every day, shooting 2 videos. Man, that's a lot of work. I'm talking about, like, physically, you got to come in, put emotion into this thing twice a day. Got your little breaks in between, figure out what you're going to talk about. You're not talking about the same thing every day, where stuff is more similar, but the same thing. He's talking about different topics, different events and stuff like that, man. But just crazy, though, man. It just, I don't know. When it comes down to a lot of that stupid junk, man, hey, ain't really nobody got nothing to say about dude. But yeah, back to what BGS, man. He said something that really stuck with me. I'ma actually, go deeper about this. But he was saying how a lot of the rich people, a lot of the people who fought for us end up broke. I mean, how Martin Luther King family really didn't get no money till they actually sold his papers and stuff like that. Dr. Martin Luther King, Henry, I think his name is Henry Clark. Big guy in the community, man. And you know, he did a lot of things, but when it came down to it, dude died with no money. Hell, with Rosa Parks, how the guy from, I believe it was CC's Pizza or one of them, or the Salvation Army, one, I gotta remember, I think it's the CC's, but paid her rent all those years, man. It's a white guy. You know, everybody talk about how it's always we for the people, but it's like, you know, how we gonna be for the people and our own people not even looking out for each other? Because when it comes to money, prime example, I had a cousin, you know, I talked to her, I expressed to her about a book that I got from this guy. You know, guy talks about a little about relationships. Very intelligent, man. You know, solid brother. You know, I looked him up, did a lot of research on him, looked at him, see how he ran things. He said some little crazy stuff that it's kind of up and down, but majority of the time, everybody can't be 100% correct all the time. You know, you can be like 80, 90, you know, so that stands for something. But I told my cousin, I was like, man, you know, get this book. You know, dude really know what he talking about, you know. And he came up with a very good topic, you know what I'm saying, about things, and he stuck to it, let you know what's ins and out. And on his show, he also said, dude by the name of Zoe Williams. You know, I check out his show, but basically, he said that Bruce Lee had it to where he'll tell people, you know, take the meat, eat the meat, leave the bone. You know, if it's something for you, you take it. If it's not nothing for you, leave it. You know, when you come to somebody who's like prime example with him, martial artist, you know, he'll have people come out and say, man, you know, I know these moves, I can teach you this and make you faster. Hey, he'll listen to the guy, see what he got to offer. When it boils down to it, if it's something worth it, he'll use it. But if it's something he already know and it's trash, you know, he ain't out here, oh man, you trash, you ain't nobody, I'm way better than you. No, he's humble about it. Because why? You taking the time out to try to attempt to teach one of the greatest martial artists in history something. So, you know, by you even taking that time, he humble, appreciate it, you know. You just got some people out here, man, they don't want to fool with you. They don't want to do nothing with you. They don't want nothing about you, man. And the crazy part is, as our people, man, jump in my whip. But as our people, man, we the worst of it all when it comes, you know, we don't want to look out for each other. You know, we don't want to do nothing for each other. And when it all boils down at the end of the day, man, like we all we got. But we ain't there for each other. So we all we got, and we don't even want to be there for each other. We already losing the race. Hey man, this part one. Gotta bust a move. I'm gonna hit it again when I come back.